I'm fine, thank you.
Very good, Christian. We are going to wait 2 more minutes to see if another colleague comes. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, very
You
good.
are a human beautiful.
Thank you very much, Kristen. Thank you. I am going to put my camera off in a while because sometimes the connection doesn't work very well with the camera.
The other partners, what happened of theirs? What happened of they?
I can't hear you very well. Maybe you can turn the volume a little bit down because there is a lot of noise behind. Hello, Tatiana. Good morning. How are you? Girls, I'm going to put my camera off, otherwise the connection doesn't work very well, okay? Sophia, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, teacher. I'm fine, teacher, and you?
Fine, thank you very much. We are already 3. I think that Eric has a problem. Let me check what's going on with Eric, and then I come back, okay?
Okay, teacher, no problem.
Okay. Yes, we are here, Tatiana. Don't worry. I had a little connection problem. That's why I was trying to connect myself already like 10 to 10, but the internet wasn't working. Hopefully, it won't cut. I hope that you can hear me well. Please let me know if you can hear me well.
Yes, teacher, I hear you.
Okay, very good. Okay, girls, we are going to start and we will see if your other colleagues are coming. Eric has excused himself because he needs to travel because of his work. So he will not be joining us today. But let's start. Today I have planned an interesting lesson. I hope that you like it. We are going to start by finishing the questions from last time, okay? The title for this session is what do I do every day? We are going to review, and this is the purpose, the simple present tense main features, main characteristics. So what are its uses, the structures and forms for affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Maybe you have, and I'm sure that you all have studied, maybe here in the UNAD or in some separate courses, and the simple present. And this is very important because it's like the base of the other tenses, okay? So we are going to review them, but first we are going to finish the discussion about social media and the video What's on Your Mind, okay? And please, when you participate, take into account the expressions that we learned during the previous session. So the session that we made last Wednesday and the one from Friday when you learned how to give your personal opinion, general opinion, and also when you say if you agree or you disagree with someone about a specific point of view. Okay, so let's start with the first question. What do you usually post on social media? Okay, we are going to go question by question, and I want you to give your opinion, but also agree or disagree with your colleagues, please. Okay, welcome Miguel and Brian. It's nice to have you today. And please, who wants to start with the first question? Good morning, Brian. Do you want to start? The first question was, we are picking up the last session and we are going to see what do you usually post on social media?
Okay, good morning. I usually post in social media videos or music videos. I don't know how to call it about songs that I like the most, and I don't know some news about sports. I really like soccer, and if I watch an interesting news, I post it.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay, Christelle, what do you usually post on social media?
I personally don't upload or all my photos to the networks, but funny image or memes,
Okay.
nice images, or things interesting or news about the happen in my city.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Miguel, what do you usually post on social media?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, Miguel.
Almost post images or videos about social problems, phrases, funny images, something like that.
Okay. Okay. More like interesting, like general public interesting things.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Sophia.
Okay, teacher. In social networks, I usually publish pictures of my pets, photos of my family, or some treat that I did in a special place. That remind me something special. I don't know. In rare cases, I publish photos or videos with a message or a phrase that I like it. Something like inspirational quotes, something like that.
Yes, that's the word that maybe the others were looking for. Quotes. I'm going to write it here in the chat. When you have an inspirational, motivational sentence, you call it a quote because it's not you that made this up. You find it on the internet, on Pinterest.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. That's all.
Thank you, Sophia. Tatiana, what do you post?
Yes, teacher. I usually share photos or states, sometimes new place where I am and about what I am doing or something that makes me happy.
Okay. things that make you happy. Okay, and what makes you happy?
I don't know, share with my family or travel or share with my friends, eat ice cream. That.
Okay, okay. Leisure things. So mainly in general, you all most of you post positive things, right?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Tatiana, with you, I want to start the round for the second question. What impact do social media have on people? Is it a positive impact, a negative impact? What do you think, Tatiana?
I think that the all the time is positive. I think that the people feel that they got a good, ¿cómo se dice? Autoestima.
Self-esteem.
Self-esteem, okay. And the people got a self-esteem. And I think that this makes so happy all the people.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Brian, do you agree with Tatiana? Is it always positive, the impact that social media have on people?
Okay, teacher. Well, I almost agree with Tatiana's opinion. Sometimes social media gives or give some troubles.
Okay.
According we talked in the last class, because it is not real life. Problems, for example, in school, like bullying and politic opinions. So sometimes it's difficult. It's necessary to know how to give, how to keep good intentions in social media.
I understand. It can be a little negative, but also positive, no? Like it is a shared thing, right? Did I get you right?
Yeah. So yes, it is. I don't say, is it possible to say kind of instead of so or regular?
Yeah, you can say kind of. Yes, you can also say it's a mixture of both things. Okay, when it's not completely positive or negative, you can say also it's a mixture of both. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Christelle, what do you think? Do you agree with Brian? Do you agree with Tatiana?
I think the social media, many times, they have no impact. Sometimes they generate pity or sadness, or they make people realize what is happening elsewhere. But they do not generate change or improvement, which is what is out.
Okay, I see your point. Okay, thank you very much. Miguel, what do you think?
Teacher, I think the impact that social media have on people is negative and positive.
Okay.
Because, as I said in the last class, many people use the social media to get in trouble or waste the time. But other person use these spaces to do something productive.
Yes, remember that Eric, who today he can't be here because he needs to travel, he told us that he's selling, he has a virtual shop. So yeah, there are also some positive things, no? It depends in the use that you made of, no?
Yes, teacher, it is.
Okay, thank you very much, Miguel. Sofia, please.
Oh, sorry, teacher.
No problem.
I think that social media have impacted positively and negative. Because it also makes easier to keep in touch with family and friends thanks to the social networks, especially with they live far away. But you can also make new friends by connecting with friends or friends that you might, sorry, that you might now know. I think that in negative impacts, it can happen that people sleep late because they are in social networks all the time. It can also be a waste of time. I don't know how to pronounce.
Yes, a waste of time. Yes, yes.
Okay, teacher, thank you. A waste of time, as people can visit a site to share or see pictures, and the end spending the whole day begin the screen, and as a result, not doing any useful with their lives. Sometimes happens this.
Yeah, this I have seen, and I think that we all have faced that situation that we spend a lot of time watching Instagram or watching videos on YouTube or on Facebook, and then I have to do this for the UNAS, and I have we forget about our homework. And yeah, I understand your point, and I agree that it can also be negative, especially imagine if for us adults it sometimes is difficult, this time management. Imagine for teenagers. I see
It's more difficult.
students here in the afternoon, some of them are really addicted to social media. They are all the time, you are talking to them and hello, I'm here. And in the school we have decided that during the lessons we even me, I don't check my phone, at least if somebody calling from my home, for my daughter. Otherwise, even I don't answer, because as teachers we have to give the example. I cannot ask my students like to be focused and then I am on the phone. But for them at the beginning it was very difficult. It was very difficult to give the time. So yes, it can be a
Yes,
very
teacher.
impact. Thank you very much, Sophia. So in general, we have seen with your contributions that it can have, social media can have a very positive impact, as it allows communication, and this is something important. When you, for example, forget an anniversary, Facebook is reminding you. This is something useful. And you can also share all the positive things of your life. But in the other hand, we have the negative side. We can get addicted to it. It can be a waste of time. And also, there are many dangers that are there. And also, maybe something that I will conclude also is you lose somehow your privacy. You lose somehow that secret area of your life, no? Okay, thank you very much for your contributions. There is another, and this, I would like you to answer these 3 questions together, okay? So, what do you think about the title of the video? The title of the video was, What's on Your Mind? Do you really share what you have in your mind on Facebook? And then let's talk about the video's message. We have more or less talked, but I want you to have a more clear and more maybe extended opinion. And also, do you agree or disagree with the message of the video? Okay? Okay, so who wants to go first? Brian?
Okay, I start. I completely agree. Sorry, with the title of the video and the message of the video, because watching it, I realized that it happens. And while it's not crazy to say that it happens all the time, people that have a bad moments or troubles show a different reality on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So, what's in your mind? I don't usually post something that is in my mind. I don't like it, for being honest. For be honest, so and the message is clear. I consider this video needs to be watched by teenagers, many people, all those, everyone who uses this kind of social media.
Okay. Yes. And we have a tool to show to the students. Thank you very much, Brian. Christelle, what
You're
do you?
welcome.
Thank you.
I agree with the video message. That's a good point of view because you don't have to get carried away with everything we saw on social networks. Many things are live. Photos with people turn out to be Photoshop. The photos of the food plate seem to me some things that should not be done because it generates some dissatisfaction on the part of the other person. When the important thing is to thank God for the bread He has given us, regardless of whether it's the chicken, meat, fish, eggs, or lentils.
Okay. We have to value life, no, as it is, the simple things also of life, and don't like make a fake identity, a fake representation of what we don't have. Thank you very much, Christelle. Miguel, please.
Yes, teacher. I think the title is appropriate, because it make us think about all the things that we can do in social media, because it's in each one of us decide what do we want to do, something productive, something useful, or maybe just to fun. But I think the the title has many interpretations. I don't know how to say.
Yes,
Yes.
interpretation, yes.
Yes. Because yes. So
But do you agree with the message?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Miguel. Sophia, please.
Okay, teacher. I think that the title is very accurate because the things that we see in social networks can lead us to be a little unhappy with the life that we have. I think that happens to all of us sometimes because we see so much perfection in social networks that we think these people have a much better life than. I know that this is not true, but I think that sometimes happens, and I'm feeling like that anyway. Sometimes that happens when really rarely, but happens. But it happens. Sorry. Um, I agree with the message of the video because it's very clearly, and sometimes it happens that we want to pretend a perfect life because others have it. But in really, it happens that we had many problems, and it's okay. In the video, he left his job. His wife was with another man, and all his problems led him to be an alcoholic person. Oh, sorry, teacher. That's why I think that it's important to control the time that we spend on social networks and to prevent us from starting to create an unreal life of our fake life, something like that.
A fake life, yes, a fake representation.
Yes, teacher, fake identity, something. Thank you, teacher. That's all.
Okay, thank you very much, Sophia. Yes, I think that we have all faced that. I must say that when you see the Instagram account of a friend who lives abroad and who has such a nice life, you feel like, oh, I would like to have that life. I would like to have that luxury, or I would like to travel as much as that person does. But the thing is that is this person really happy? And I come here to what Christelle says. If we are happy, and we were discussing about that with eating something, enjoy it. You don't have to post it on the media. Enjoy the simple things, and it's not necessary to post them on social media. Thank you very much. And then we will finally go with Tatiana, please. What is your opinion about this last
Yes,
question?
teacher. I agree with the title. I think that the auto social networks can be published wherever, regardless of the time and place, and gives the user the facility to share their life. I think that many times the people accept the publication, and I think that the social networks no are good or bad. I think that is the use that the people give it to
Uh-huh.
them. Yes, this is
Yes.
all.
I totally agree with you, Tatiana. Things on itself, they are not bad. It's like, for example, everything, no food, a party is always how you manage things, how you use things, and that becomes the problem. No, I personally, I think that everything in excess becomes a problem. If you eat too much candy, it becomes a problem. If you drink too much alcohol, it becomes a problem. If you party too
Yes.
much, it becomes a problem. It is always the excesses that are problematic. Thank you very much for this valuable opinion. Thank you to
Okay,
all.
teacher.
Thank you, Tatiana. And we will move to the step 2. Today, we are reviewing the simple present. This is something, as the name says, is a little redundant, but this is very simple. And I would like you to think and explain to your group, what do you do on a normal basis every day? Okay, I gave you in the PowerPoint presentation, I gave you some examples, but I would like you to tell me, what do you do using the simple present? Okay, 6 things that you do, at least. If you have more, please be free and welcome to share them. Okay, let me know once you're ready to start. Are you ready, people? 6 activities, and then if you want to add more, feel free to do it. Please let me know once you're ready, okay? Thank you. Okay, Sophia, go ahead, please.
Okay, teacher. I always wake up to 7 a.m. when my alarm clock goes off. After 6 minutes, I get out and I make my bed. I go to my bathroom and wash my face. I brush my teeth and I have a shower. At 8 a.m. I had a cup of coffee, sorry, and make my breakfast. I usually watch videos on YouTube while I had breakfast. I meditate every morning so that I feel less stressed during the day, and I thank God for a new day. After after breakfast, I get dressed and I go to my English course from 9 to 11 a.m. I don't work because I only a student, but I sometimes work like a babysitter. When my English course finishes, I go to my house. I rest a bit and help my mother in the house. I have a lunch with my family. My family does the housework together every Saturday morning.
Okay.
I start to study at 2 p.m. I study from 2 6 p.m. In my house, I usually make the dinner. Um, my family eat dinner together at 7 p.m.
Okay.
At 8 p.m. I go to sorry, I'm going to ride a bike. I do it 5 days a week.
Okay.
I get home at 8 or 9 p.m. When I get home, I do more homeworks of the university from 9 to 12 at night. Sometimes I watch television or a movie on Netflix. Um, I feed the dog and the cat before go to the bed.
Before going to bed? Okay.
Yes, teacher, when I had time.
So you feed them in the night before you go?
Yes, teacher. Because the weather is better.
Okay.
Where I live is so I forget the word.
It's
So
hot?
yes, teacher, caliente.
Yes,
Warm?
hot. Warm,
Yes.
warm is more like Medellin, that is tibio, not that hot, not that cold. But I think Casanare is quite hot and humid, no?
Oh yes, teacher. I didn't remember the word. Okay. Okay. I brush my teeth and I finally falling asleep to 12 or 1 at night.
Okay.
I usually fall asleep in front of the TV or computer. It's a bad habit.
Okay.
That's all, teacher.
Okay, thank you very much, Sophia. Thank you. Yes, a very complete routine, and you use the simple present. Thank you very much. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Who is ready, please?
I'm ready. Thanks. I usually wake up 6:30 a.m. Then I take a shower. Immediately I get dressed. Then I prepare my breakfast. And sometimes I usually work at 8 a.m. until 10. When I don't work, I attend to these lessons.
Okay.
Then I prepare lunch. I usually spend more than 2 hours preparing lunch. And then I eat it. If I have time, I take a nap or prepare class for in the afternoon. I sometimes work at 2 p.m. until 4. And after that, I check my university tags and I I do some of them. At night around okay at the end of the afternoon around 6 p.m. I work again until 8. I have my dinner. I sometimes do exercise before to go to bed. I never watch TV, and I sometimes check social medias about news, and I go to sleep around 10 p.m.
Okay, okay. Also a very good routine.
Yeah, thank you.
That it takes you 2 hours. It must be delicious.
Yeah, so sometimes it's delicious.
Okay, but do you cook rice or pasta? What do you usually cook?
Well, I usually cook soup. Most of the time, I usually cook meat. I mean, beef or chicken or pork, spaghetti, um, something simple, you know.
Okay, okay. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, Brian.
Okay, like
Thank you very much. Okay, also a very complete routine. Who wants to go ahead? Cristel, are you ready? Or Miguel or Tatiana? Who is ready?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Tatiana, please go ahead.
Okay. Every day I wake up at the 6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, okay.
Yes. Then I brush my teeth and make my bed. I take my shower and obviously I get a dress. To the 7 I prepare my breakfast and wash my teeth. Sometimes I leave the house to the 8 or 8:30 and I take my brother to the ¿cómo se dice? Jardín de los niños.
To the kindergarten?
Yes, kindergarten. And I back and in the 10 o'clock I eat something and prepare my lunch. I see the news. And the afternoon I return to the do the university work, and I know that I can concentrate it in the day. Sometimes in the afternoon I see series or I watch TV, and the nights I return to the 8:30 or more time to make to the approach to the university, and I back to my bed. They are 11.
Around 11 you go to bed?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, okay. Also a complete routine. Thank you very much, Tatiana, for sharing. Thank you. Okay, Cristel, please.
Okay. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. But I get up 15 minutes later.
Okay.
I make breakfast for myself and my husband. I take a shower. I brush my teeth. Then I go to wake my husband to have breakfast together. I dress and I to fix maquillarse, no sé, o arreglarse.
I put on makeup.
For makeup. Then I leave for my work at 8 in the morning.
Okay.
I turn on my computer and I begin to review the activities of the university.
Okay.
And I am aware, pendiente o
yes, attentive.
Attentive of the things in my work.
Okay.
35. No. Excuse me. At 12, I close and I go to lunch and rest a little while. Then at 2 o'clock, I open again until 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
At 7 o'clock in the evening, I make a snack and watch TV, not soap opera or several series
Okay.
for a while. Then I review things from the university. At 10 in the night, as it is very hot or very warm, I bath. I put the pajama
You put your pajamas on? Uh-huh.
and I get into bed with my husband to talk us was the day and what happened to us and to laugh at everything.
Okay, that's a good habit to take the time to talk.
Okay.
And what time do you sleep, Esther?
At the 11,
Around.
at the 10 to go to bed with my husband and to talk, and then I go sleep.
Okay, okay, you fall asleep. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Thank you. And Miguel, please.
Okay. I usually get up at 4:30 a.m. to go to work.
Okay.
Then I take a shower at 5. After that, I put on my clothes at 15 minutes past 5. I don't have breakfast when I get up because it's too early and I am not hungry yet.
I understand that. Yeah.
Yes, and finally I leave the house at 10 20 minutes past 5.
Okay.
I have to confess that sometimes after alarm clock ringing, I sleep 5 minutes more before I get up. After that, sorry, I always ride my bike towards the parking
Okay.
to take the bus in which I work. I never sleep when I come back home. I never sleep without check my pending activities.
Okay.
Yes, it's all.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that we all wait a little bit. No shame on staying 5 minutes later. I think
Yes.
especially when you have work a lot and you have to get up so early, I think that 5 minutes more is not a big deal.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Miguel, for sharing. Thank you to everyone. And we will move to our step 3. Here in the step 3, I'm going to show you, this is not me who made this summary chart. This is one of the most complete charts that I have seen about the simple present. I am going to share with you the link. I also sent you on the PowerPoint presentation. There is it as well. And I would like you to have a look as well as you listen to me, as I am going to go through it. Okay, let me know if you have in front of your computers, if you have the web page. Okay. Please let me know. It is called Woodward English Simple Present. And first we have the uses of the simple present. Do you have it in front of your eyes, people? You can write me here on the chat if you got it. This was also on your PowerPoint presentation. Yes, do you have it in front of your eyes? So we can go through it. Yes? Okay, so the first thing that we see here are the uses of the simple present tense. I want this to be a little interactive. I'm going to say the uses and then let's also think, I invite you to think what other use will you add to this. Here we have 4 different uses for the simple present. We have for repeated or regular actions in the present time period. For example, I take, well, they say here the train, but we can say in our context the bus. I take the bus to go to the office. The bus goes to Bogota every hour, for example, and John sleeps 8 hours every night. So, for example, what you were saying today, those are repeated actions, regular actions that you do on a normal basis, okay? For that, we use the simple present tense. Then for facts. Facts, we have the President of the United States lives in the White House. A dog has 4 legs and we come from Switzerland. Well, we come from Colombia. That's a fact. And we also talk about habits. Habits is also to describe your routine. What do you do every day? I get up early every day. Carol brushes her teeth twice a day. They travel to their country house every weekend. And also for things that are always or generally true. For example, they said it rains a lot in winter, or the Queen of England lives in Buckingham Palace. They speak English at work. So these are in general the uses. We have habits, facts, and things that are always or generally true. I would like you to tell me what other use would you add to this? Thank you, girls. Yes, I'm glad that you see it. What other use will you add to the simple present tense?
Daily routines.
Yes, daily routines. It's quite related to the habits, but yes, we can say that. Okay, what else? Thank you, Miguel. What other use? Yes, when the action happens all the time. Yes, Thank you, Sophia. But you can also talk, no problem. You can also say it.
Sorry, teacher. I think that is better to write back.
Yeah, but that's true. We all see what you are saying, but please share with us.
Okay, I think that is when the action happens all the time or habitually in the past, present, and future. So, in a form, maybe negative or positive too.
Can you think of an example?
Let me think, teacher.
Okay, take your time. Okay. In the meantime, the others, what other use will you add to these uses of the simple present? There is one very important that is missing on this website. Yes, yes.
Oh, teacher, I forget to put it off my microphone.
No problem. No, you let us know when you have an example.
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe something that I will add, and you tell me if you agree with me, that the simple present, and here we also use the idea of Sophia, is to talk about your preferences, your hobbies, and also what you don't like. For example, when you go to eat a hot dog and you say, I don't like onions, or I don't like sauce, or I don't like snakes, okay? Or I like listening to rock music, or I like rock, or I love watching series on Netflix. All these preferences, all these likes and dislikes, we also express them with the simple present tense. Okay? Is any other use that maybe you will add? Or Sofia, maybe? It is Miguel's job to drive a taxi. He does it every day. Yes.
Teacher, this example is good?
Yes, because normally he's a taxi driver, so that's his job,
Yes,
and he does it every day.
That's his job. Yes, teacher.
Thank you very much, Sofia.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, to express habitual actions. Yes, the habits. The habits, I think it was there. And yes, thank you very much, Tatiana. Okay, anyone else? Do you want maybe to add something? Brian, Miguel? Any other use for the simple present? No? Okay, we are going to move on. Now that we have viewed the uses, we are going to move and see a little bit more in detail. Remember that the simple present always conjugates only one verb. But remember also that there are three different types of sentences. We have affirmative sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative ones. If you are going to conjugate a verb for the third person, there are some spelling rules that you need to take into account. And here, if you go with me in the same website that we were looking for, in the verb and conjugation spelling, they explain us the different rules. We have that the verb doesn't change for the pronouns I, you, we, they stay the same as the infinitive form, but for the third person is he, she, and it. I use one tip, and even when I was also learning English, I remembered that when we say a third person, sometimes we get confused, okay? And let's think about this. When we think about the third person, it's not you or me, okay? It's a third one. We say in Spanish, un tercero, okay? So this is something important, okay, that you have to keep in mind. I'm gonna give you the time to have a look on these rules, and you let me know if you have any question, and I will also give some examples, okay? Take the time to review, and also the negative and questions, so you can see, you can review them. I am sure that you have seen this before. If not, let me know, okay? Take the time to review the website. Okay. Yes, Sophia said here that another use is the generalization about people or things. Yes, those also they are also called facts, things that are always true. Yes, Sophia, thank you very much. And we will start reviewing. So we have some specific rules when we have the third person conjugation. The first rule, remember, normally we just have to add s, like in the example, I speak, she speaks. And then we have these verbs ending by o, ch, sh, double S, X, Z, that we have to add the ES. And here we have to pronounce and make the difference. When I say, I go, she goes. I catch, she catches. I wash, he washes. I kiss, he kisses. I fix, it fixes. I buzz, it buzzes. Okay, this is very important when you speak to make the difference and see if you are conjugating the verb in the right form, if it's for the first person or if it's a third person. Okay, this may help you a lot when you, for example, have the SEPTO exam, or you have any international exam usually has this speaking part. Try to, when you are speaking, thinking about this, okay? And then we have, for me, is one rule that divides into two. We have the verbs ending by Y, okay? And there are two cases. If the verb is ending by a Y and there is a consonant before, the consonant makes a change. We need to change the Y, we need to change it by I and add ES. This is example of marry, marries, study, studies, carry, carries, worry, worries. But now, if this doesn't apply only to this, you will see that it becomes also in the plurals. When you have plurals, sometimes in the past simple, there are these rules, they are also there, okay? So always remember the consonant doesn't protect the Y. Now, we have the vowels. Vowels do protect the Y, and we have the examples of play, plays. We only have to add the S, as it was the first rule. Enjoy, enjoys, and say, says. There are also some irregular verbs that, for example, we have the verb to be, that the form, you know it, is, like she is a teacher, for example. And then we have the verb have, that the form is has. And this is important because later on, when you see the present perfect, you need to make the difference. For some nouns, we have, and for the third person, we have has. Like, she has black hair. Okay? We also saw the verb go, that becomes goes. And we also saw the verb do, that becomes does. For example, he does the homework. Okay? These rules, remember, keep in mind for you that are only important, or we take them in account for the affirmative sentences. Okay? And before we go to the negative and the interrogative sentences, you are going to need this to make some description of some characters that you are going to choose. I would like you to tell me and to ask if you have any question or any doubt about this. Please feel free to ask. No questions, people? Everything clear for you? Miguel, yes, please.
No, teacher, I don't have any question.
Okay, Miguel, no problem. Then we move on. This is something that you may already know. There are two, when we don't have the verb to be, because the verb to be, as you know, can make the negative and the question by itself. Is the only verb that doesn't need auxiliaries. We have two auxiliaries. We have the auxiliary do, and we have the auxiliary does. And we have to use them for the negative and for the interrogative sentences. For the negative, I'm going to give you two examples. For example, I have, I don't like meat if it's like the first person, and then I can say she doesn't like meat. Okay, and you can always use the contractions, especially when you speak, and when you write, it is better to write the long version. Okay, now the questions are very simple. You just have to put the auxiliary at the beginning, then you have the subject, the verb, and the complement if it's a yes or no question, like do you speak English or does he speak French? Okay, if you have an open question, remember that you have to, an open question is when you have many possibilities, and when you use the question words like what, when, where, all of this. And then you have first the question word, for example, what, and then you have the auxiliary, what do you do? Okay, this is something important to remember, especially the structures. So I would like you, now that you may have finished all this review, this is a very simple review, I would like you to tell me what would you add to this web page, to this summary of the simple present. And then I would like you to do a very simple test. This is about simple present. To do the test, you need to take into account the orthograph. So capital, the correct usage of capital letters, okay? If you need to write a point, a dot after each sentence, take into account, and you let me know your results, okay? And maybe what difficulties you faced, okay? And in the meantime, you can also let me know what would you add to this summary of the simple present that we just saw. For the test, you have 10 minutes, okay? Miguel, yes, what were you going to say, please?
I'm sorry, teacher, but it's nothing.
Okay. But now that you are online also, what would you add to the summary test? To the summary chart, sorry. No? Anyone, what would you add to have a complete view of the simple present tense?
Teacher,
I am the correct what I write in the chat?
Yes, Sophia.
Okay, teacher, that's why.
Yes, that's important to highlight, no? That the rules are only for the affirmative. Yes.
Teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Miguel,
teacher,
please.
I didn't understand what you say about summary.
The summary, yes, I presented you. This is a web page. It's not me that made it, okay?
Yes.
Because you are studying to be a teacher, I would like you to let me know what would you add, ¿qué le agregarías a esa página?
Yes.
To have like a complete overview of the simple present.
Also, do we have to resolver, no sé cómo se dice.
To make the test? Yes, this is another.
Yes.
Once you have finished with this, you have to make the test that I share the link here to see your knowledge, to check your knowledge of the simple present.
Okay.
Let me know once you finish with the test. Yes, Brian, tell me.
Teacher, do you say you have to write with capital letters in each space of the test?
Yes, the orthograph in the test is very important. If you start There are some instructions at the bottom. Have a read on them because if you can lose points, you can lose points very easily if you don't put the right orthograph, if you don't respect the orthograph.
Oh, okay, I got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Do I have to send you a screenshot or just a score?
No, you just let me know your score. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
I want you to test your knowledge to see if there is any doubt so we can clarify. But I would like to have your opinion on what could be added to the first webpage that I sent. What can we add to this one to have a complete presentation of the simple present?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Take your time and let me know once you finish. Remember the punctuation to make the points. If you start a new sentence, remember to put the capital letters, and at the end, if it's a sentence, affirmative or negative, write a dot. And if it's a question, remember to put the question mark. Otherwise, you will lose points because of this. Okay, I am here if you have any question, if you have any doubt. Let me know. Yes, Sophia, please tell me.
Teacher, I had a little question. The form of a verb used in a sentence is almost always determined by the number and person of the I don't remember the word. Subject, I think.
Yes, it depends on it depends on the pronoun or the subject, okay?
Okay, teacher.
The subject or the pronoun is the same, okay?
I didn't know.
Okay, so
Thank
if
you, teacher.
he or Maria is the same, no problem.
Okay.
Please let me know once you finish, please. You only have to take into account the result. It's going to give you a percentage, so 50%, 60%. And also let me know your observation about the test. Did you have any difficulties, any problem? And the last thing that to keep in mind is what will you add to the first web page that we saw to complete the summary about the simple present, okay? Let me know when you are done, okay? Thank you. If you have any questions, also let me know.
Teacher, I have finished.
Okay, Brian, please let us know, how did it go?
It was good, and I made two mistakes because I was in a hurry. Did you watch more? Did you read my message on Hotmail?
On Hotmail? No, I haven't.
Okay, teacher. I need to go because I have a meeting at 11:30. So I was in a hurry doing this test, and I got 93% because I made two mistakes.
Okay, okay, okay. And in general, what are, okay, I
Excuse me.
Andres, I also saw your email here. I was checking. So you can go. The only thing to keep in mind for the ones who need to leave, because Tatiana also she has an important appointment today. For next class, you have to
Excuse me, the signal is very bad. Do I have to?
Yes, one thing. You have to select two characters from the PowerPoint presentation that I sent and make a description
Yes.
of these two characters using the simple present. For example, you choose Carlos Vives. So you can say Carlos Vives speaks vallenato. Carlos Vives in Colombia. Okay? And you can also make negative sentences. For example, Carlos Vives doesn't sing reggaeton, for example. Okay? Things
Okay,
like,
I got it.
and at the end, we have also a tongue twister for you to practice. Like I saw sitting in a shopping shop. This is for you to practice. Okay?
Okay, I will practice.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and
Thank
bye bye.
Bye, Brian. Okay, for Tatiana, this was also for you, the things that you have to do for our next lesson. Okay, and the others, have you finished your
Teacher,
test?
I want to finish the exams first.
Okay, Tatiana, please tell us.
Give me a minute, please.
Okay, no problem.
Teacher, I finish. I can answer the last part.
Sure,
Hello.
Tatiana. Yes, yes, sorry. Yes, please.
I finish and I can answer the last part is signal words.
Yes, how was the test for you?
The score?
Yes.
Dice, your answer is 13 out of 30. Question correctly, that is 4. Oh my god, this is so bad.
But no, don't worry, Tatiana, because as I said, if you didn't write, for example, the capital letters or also the punctuation, maybe it's that.
Yes, the first part, the form affirmatives, all is good.
Okay.
The second part is for question I have 2, but in the second I put the girls always listen to pop music. Creo que that's all.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Y toda la dice. And Janet never wears.
Where's?
Simple present which have and be. I have the tier. The tier phrase is but Simon has to rabbit is Simon have. The negative sentence. I don't know. I put the answer, for example, my father make breakfast. I put my father doesn't make breakfast.
I know what the problem is. The problem is that the computer wants you to put the point, the dot. After you finish, you have to put the point. That's maybe the problem.
They are 11. I put they are. I aren't 11.
Okay.
She writes a letter. She doesn't write a letter. I speak Italian. I don't speak Italian. Danny found his father on Sundays. Danny doesn't find his father on Sunday. Question. Make question. This is bad. This the fears. Do you speak English in Samuel, teacher?
No, the problem is what I said, Tatiana. The problem is the capital letter, and maybe if you forgot the question mark, the computer is going to say that is wrong.
Okay, teacher. The next is when does he go home? Do they clean the bathroom? Where does she ride her bike? Does they work in the supermarket? And really, I can answer the last, and the time is it's short. I have to go.
Okay. Remember what I say about the choose the characters for next lesson and the tongue twister, Tatiana, please. You have to choose two characters at least from the PowerPoint presentation.
2 characters, 2 people.
Yes, from the PowerPoint that I sent you for today, you have Carlos Vives, Shakira, Leo Messi, James Rodriguez. You choose 2 and you make sentences, affirmative and negative, about them using the simple present.
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Okay, Tatiana, good luck in your interview.
Okay, teacher, bye.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Okay, teacher.
Please comment your test. How was it for you?
Okay. I read of the beginning.
The beginning, yes.
Choose the correct form. We sometimes read books. Emily goes to the disco. I often rains on Sundays. Pete and his sister wash the family car. I always hurry to the bus stop.
Yes.
Put the verbs into the correct form. I like lemonade very much. The girls always listen to pop music. Janet never wears jeans. Mr. Smith teaches Spanish and French.
Very good.
You do your homework after school. Fill in the correct form of the verbs. We have a nice garden. She is 6 years old. Simon has 2 rabbits and 5 goldfish. I am from Vienna, Austria. They are Santi's parents.
Yes.
Negative sentence. My father doesn't make breakfast.
Yes.
They are not 11.
Or you can also say they aren't 11. Okay. The
Okay.
long form on the short form, the both are correct. Yes. Go ahead, please.
She doesn't write a letter. I don't speak Spanish. Danny doesn't phone his father on Sunday.
Number 4, it was Italian. I don't speak Italian. Okay. Okay, continue, please, Christelle.
Questions.
Questions.
Do you speak English? When he goes home, do they clean the bathroom? Where does she ride her bike? Does Billy work in the supermarket?
Yes, one thing in the second is when does he go home? Okay, remember to add the auxiliary. When he gets here,
Okay. When does he go home?
When does he go home? Okay. Yes.
I was wrong because the goes, I think the goes to do the auxiliary.
No. Does is separate. The verb here is go, okay? And does is the auxiliary. Okay? Otherwise, yes, otherwise it's good. What the signal words, what signal words did you put in the first one?
Often.
In the second one?
Sometimes. Every Friday.
Yes.
Never.
No, actually, which in the fourth one was which is not a signal word of the simple present.
Never. I think that never or already.
Already, because already is mostly used with the simple past or present perfect. Okay, and in the fifth one.
Seldom.
No, it will be listen, because listen implies that we are in the current moment, and with listen we use the present progressive. But in general, you did very well. Excellent, Christelle, and thank you very much because with you we allowed to. Thank you very much. Okay. Yes, Miguel. Miguel has also finished. Please share us. You don't have to correct it, Miguel, but let us know how did it go for you?
I think it didn't go very well. I had 6 out because in the negative sentence.
Yes.
I didn't with the contractions. No.
Okay. Yes.
So, yes, but anyway, I did it well.
Okay.
Do you have that I read? Do you want that?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I wanted also to have your opinion. For me, it's important. We already have a look with Christelle. Okay. So, but in general, did you feel good about it?
Yes, very good.
Okay, that's what for me it's very important. Okay.
I just had one mistake because in the sentence, which is not a signal word for simple present, I choose already and is usually.
Exactly. In what I wanted to tell you, Miguel, according this, for the summary that we saw, I personally think, and you let me know if you agree with me, that it is missing the part of signal words. keywords and signal words are very important. And we saw here the adverbs of frequency are the keywords of the simple present. Often, never, usually, all these, okay?
Yes.
So if you have a look on the page, the summary page that I sent, this part of the signal words is missing, okay? Do you agree with me?
Yes, I totally agree with you.
Okay, so this is maybe when you have to make your own presentation about the simple present, it is important to make the uses, the structure, but also the signal words. Yes. Thank you very much, Miguel. Sofia, how did it go for you?
Yes, teacher. In the part 1 or 2, I did very well.
Okay.
I only have one error in the phrase "It often rains on Sundays" because I write rain.
Ah, okay.
Yes, teacher. But in the part, I didn't remember. Make questions. I
Yes.
have a little of problem because I put it on the contractions, and here in the text it doesn't necessary.
Ah,
So
maybe in the
that
negative, no? In the negative question? In the negative sentences, sorry.
no, teacher, in the last one, in the questions, make questions.
Okay, okay.
I only have a one correct, that is, do you speak English? Because in the others, I didn't have um I didn't have the verb in the current form because I put it on a contraction. I don't know why, but I
Okay,
think that is because I hurry up.
okay, okay.
But in the signal words, in the finally, I is okay because in the works, in the signal works,
Yes.
is very easy.
Yes, the signal words, we were talking with Miguel that this part should be also, when we make a summary, it is important to have the signal words, but this is not a difficult part, no? In general.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, something also that you will say, like to say about the test, about the summary that I show you?
In this test, it's very interesting because we think that we know all the rules and the structures, but when we practice, it's difficult because we had so many issues to respect this team.
Okay, okay. Yeah, maybe we have already studied that and we forget, no? Because we don't
Yes,
practice
teacher.
that much. Yeah, we are not, as you see, all of you, we are not doing a grammar 100% course, but we have to see some grammar. And I also, because you are preparing yourselves to be a teacher, I want you to see what materials, what supports are available, and how can we improve them. Okay, how can we make it better? Okay.
Yes, teacher. Because the grammar is very important when we comes to teachers in the future.
Teacher,
Not the only thing, but it's important. Yes, Miguel, please.
we usually have a mistake because we forget put the letter S when it's a third person. But this web page is very interesting because it show us when we have to add some letters, taking into account the verb.
Exactly. Yes, this is exactly, Miguel, the reason why I chose this. Among others, there are hundreds of possibilities of simple present, but this one particularly, it makes a focus and a good explanation about the rules, the spelling rules for the third person, because it is usually forgotten very easy. Maybe we hear them, but we don't use it. Okay, and this is a clear mistake when people need to talk or need to present an exam. They make usually mistakes regarding these rules. Yes. Indeed. Thank you very much, Miguel. I don't know, Cristel, do you want to add something?
Okay. I think that the test is very interesting. We have the opportunity to try the knowledge about the simple present tense.
Yes, indeed, indeed. It is always, this is a suggestion that I made for all of you. You have already a very good level in English. You have a very good attitude to learn and to spend the time to practice. But try also to do from one to time exercises on grammar, because this is like when you ride a bicycle. It's practice that is the key to be better every day. Okay? Thank you very much to all. For next lesson, as you hear already from the two other colleagues, you have in step 5, you have to choose 2 characters. If you want to choose more than 2 characters, it's perfectly okay. And you have to make sentences, okay? For affirmative and negative sentences about the characters that you choose. You can pick up Falcao, Goyo, Sofia Vergara. The important thing is that you practice the rules that we were talking about. We were discussing about the form, the different spelling rules for the third person. So Shakira lives, Shakira studies, Shakira watches. Okay, I want you to practice this, give you the time. And also, I at the end of the presentation, you will find a tongue twister, okay? And this is also meant to help you with the pronunciation. I'm going to say it once, and then I invite you to practice this at home. It says, I saw Susie sitting in a shoe shine shop. Where she sits, she shines. And where she shines, she sits. Okay, we are pronouncing here the, which is softer than the che that we have, and also the s, the shines and sits.
Okay? It's so hard to pronounce that.
It's difficult. I know, that's why. Teacher, we are practicing. Tell me, Miguel.
How many sentences do we have to do for each character?
For each character, it will be good to have, for example, 3 affirmative and 2 negative. Okay, yes. Around 5 to 6 sentences for each character.
Okay, negative and
affirmative.
And affirmative.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do we have to do questions too?
No, not really. No, mainly I want you to practice the affirmative using the verbs, using the spelling rules.
Okay, teacher.
And of course the auxiliaries, but most important the affirmatives. That's why I try to make 3 or 3 and 2. Okay. Great. Does anyone has any other question? Sophia or Cristel?
No, teacher, I don't have questions in this moment.
Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone. We will see us on Friday. On Friday, as promised, we are going to finish this part of your characters on the tongue twister. We will do some review of the present progressive, and then we will have our karaoke. So don't miss it.
Oh, that's funny. So funny.
So I'm going to send you this time the PowerPoint and also the lyrics. It's a song called I think I Was Made for Loving You of Kiss. I like rock. I love rock. So this time I suggest the song. For the other times you can also suggest songs. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon and see you on Friday, people.
Okay. Classmates.
Bye. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye, Sophia.
Have a good day to all. Bye. Bye, thank you.
We need some rain because it's very
It's very hot.
okay.
Okay, bye, Barnes.
Bye bye.